Now, every single time I've done this stream, I forget to unmute it. I thought about it right before I hit record or hit go live, and then I hit go live, and I still forgot to hit the unmute button. So right now, you guys should be hearing me. That was only like 30 seconds of talking. So today, I'm going to be recarving this fire agate that I just did a video of. I did a short video with some music. If you've seen that and you haven't left a comment on that video giving me your opinion of what you thought about it, let me know. I did not edit everything to the music the way I would have liked to, but I did not have the time in my day in order to actually get the video produced. And I wanted to get the content out there instead of sitting on it. I have a lot of stuff on my back burners at the moment, so I don't want to keep overloading my back burners, as the case may be. So let me show you the stone we're going to be working on. This is it right here. Shouldn't take me near as long as I worked on it yesterday, because I originally thought I was going to go for this orangish color that's on top, this orangish red. Originally thought that was what I was going to be going for, but after getting a peek down below, I think I like that color a bit better. So I'm going to be taking this top off. That top bronze sort of color. I have this, it's not the quick release hand piece on my Prodigy flex shaft. Let me back you guys up just a little bit. But the reason I have this flex shaft handpiece on is because the burrs I'm going to use are 1/8 or quarter. No, I'm sorry, 1/8 of an inch is what these burrs are round, whereas the burrs for the quick release are only 3/32. And I'd rather be using the 3/32, but this is the way this one comes, so sometimes you just got to take what you get. Now my plan at this point, if I can get the time, although my day has been pretty much wasted today, I planned on doing this video way earlier in my day, but we have had plumbing issues inside of my house, and we have water leaking all over the place, so the water is actually off inside of my house today. And you know, one other thing I also forgot to start, I forgot to start the other window so I can see who's in the room and what's going on with live chat. So I'm going to do that right now. That's why you're not seeing anything move. Now, a lot of times while I'm working today, I'm not going to be talking. I'm going to mute it. So you're welcome to listen to what you would like to. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to be able to listen to something too. I work better when I have some stuff going on in the background. Music or Joe Rogan or something of the similar ilk that I've been finding here and there.
Imagine having a personal...
Whoa, sorry about that. Being that that was a commercial, I'm pretty sure that cannot get me for a copyright at least. Mute that. Cool, cool. You guys should be able to hear me, and as soon as this commercial's over, I should be able to see you. Alyssa, I have an Alyssa in the room. How you doing, Alyssa? I got one person saying hi. Now what I have right here is an 80 grit burr, and I need to change my chair height too. I'm not tall enough at the moment. I've got an 80 grit hog burr from Varencore. This one came from Mountain Mist to me. I'm going to be ordering a different type of burrs here soon because they're more inexpensive, and I want to give them a try next to the Varencore that I have already been using. Now this is a really aggressive burr. I don't want to just bury it in there because I'm trying to get down to that really great green color that's down there. So I want to keep the shape that's already here. Although, I can worry about that in a second, actually. In order to be able to make this video, oh, there's some cool little colors appearing right there. Green and a red, but I already cut through the edges of it. You can definitely see that on camera. I could probably go ahead and zoom in a little bit. But that's all right, I'm going through that. Now with this really aggressive burr, I should really have a mask on, and I really advise you when you're using these aggressive burrs, you definitely want to have your mask on. Your mask is important when you're using stuff that could possibly be throwing rock dust and diamond flecks into your airways. Here soon, I plan on buying a new wireless microphone after one of my viewers talked about I should get one. I did some more research and was able to find these USB wireless microphones that are apparently supposed to be really awesome for just a couple of $100. So I'm going to move on to those for my live stream, and when I do that, I plan on taking this wireless mic. Actually, when I get a wireless mic for the road, I plan on taking this microphone and putting it inside of my mask. Really nice yellow and red right there too. There were some good colors I just blew through in that level up top. Ooh, getting a little bit hot on my skin there. Gotta watch out for that area right there. You start gripping it too close and those teeth, oh man, they burn that skin real good. And I say real good in like a painful, it majorly sucks sort of way. Or at least that's what it's supposed to mean. Definitely getting closer. This 80 grit goes right through it. A little bit of a nose itch going right there. Now at this point, I've gotten so close that I'm not using almost any pressure. I'm really just letting the burr do its work, and I'm also trying to get it the shape of the colorful gemstone underneath, which you got that green rim right there, without actually touching it. I'm trying to get that shape without actually touching it with this 80 grit, because the 80 grit will burn right through that surface color. Which looks like to be a really great yellow with a red over top of it. Don't want to take it all off with this one either. I want to get close, but I don't want to go all the way through to the color with this. I want to change burrs. Don't want to be so aggressive where I leave scratch marks inside the gem grade color with this super aggressive burr. So getting really close, a little bit more, and then I'm going to switch to the next stage of burr with this one, which I have one in the exact same shape. I have a few of these in the exact same shape, getting close to 600. Yeah, I'm getting really close right there. Starting to see that red come through. Let me switch this up real quick. Hey, everybody. Looks like I have Nugget Shooter in the room, Crit Cow Master in the room, Alyssa's still in the room, John Illard in the room, and Lisa Pfeiffer. I will have a mask on soon. I'm still using lots of water, and I don't have any like spray, as you can tell. I don't have dust flying around and stuff like that. I've gotten good about making sure that the direction that I have of the burr spinning is not towards my face. Also, one of the other things is that I know there are particulates that get in the air you can't see. When you have this much water flowing, there's really not that much of it happening. Although I know silicosis is a big deal, I'm going to be more safe about it soon, just not at this moment. I believe this black one I have right here is a 120. I think that's what this is. Right now, everything I'm using is wet, and it's plenty wet. Like, I use a lot of water. I use a ton of water. That burr is sticking out of there so far, I wonder if I actually sunk it all the way down. Had to have, right? Yep. Yep. Ask myself simple questions. Ooh, that's getting so close too. I'm even ready to move on from that really fast. That just ate right through that super fast. I'm going to switch this burr out too. That was uber fast. I got some really good colors showing up on this. And I should have rinsed the rock too, but I went from an 80 grit to a 120, so it's not that big of a deal because they're both really heavily grinding. It's not like I went from an 80 and then put it on my, you know, polishing Nova Point of some kind. That would be bad. That's not good. All right. This one right here is a 325 to 400, and this one gets me to a 600, either hard or soft, which I am going to go for a 600 soft right after this. I'm also going to switch this handle out to this one. I can see some messages rolling in. I will check out your guys' comments in the section in a minute. Really sort of eager to expose some more of this stone that's right on top. I can see it peeking right underneath that white. All right. Looking good. Got that pretty stuff going on. Let's see whoops, I'm putting my head in front of the camera because I'm trying to look at this screen that's got your guys' words on it. I see fire and auto type. Lisa Pfeiffer asks, what is the drip setup I have? That's a good question, Lisa Pfeiffer. I have been actually using a drip setup that I wired, or I set up from using freezer or a water line for your refrigerator that I got from an Ace Hardware, and hooked it up to my nozzle in my sink, and that's what I have been using until today, when yesterday we had a water leak in our house. We had a pipe bust in our bathroom, and our rug is starting to mildew and take on all kinds of water. So the rental agency sent out a plumber, and they have our water shut off at the moment, waiting to get in touch with the actual homeowner so they can fix the issue that's going on. So now I immediately set up a bucket, And with this bucket, let me show you real quick. So with this bucket, what I did was, do I have enough cable to do this? Yeah, I should. Let me switch the, which one is this? There it is, trimount, all the way over there. All right, so you can see the bucket. So I did is, this bucket's what I used to use, and I popped a hole in it, and I put a spigot coming out of it, but that is put away somewhere. So I didn't need the weight, and I didn't have the space to run it like I used to, so I just got some more of that same wire or tubing out, the 1/8, 1/4 inch tubing for water, for your water line in a fridge, and I melted that until I got the proper drip, and I kept cutting it and melting it until it was the proper drip at the proper length. It took me about 20 minutes, but I figured that one out. Hi. Let's see, where was that? That was like right here, right? Something like that. I don't know. I completely screwed up that camera angle. See what you made me do? You made me do that. It is all your fault. Let me see. I think that's pretty much good though. Anyways, let me go back to the scene that matters, which is the overcam. That's what I call this shot, the overcam. Tell you what, with this, I'm getting this thing ready to be a finished gemstone. If I can finish this out, I am going to finish this out right now. I know that. Won't even take me an hour to finish this one, I don't think. Well, finish it up until it's ready for its final polishing stages. Its final 2 polishing stages, or that's where I absolutely have to have the mask. No choice in that one. Well, the cerium oxide I can do without the mask as long as I use a whole ton of water, which I do. My cerium oxide, I use a bucket and a slurry. Not really a bucket, more of a little Rubbermaid tin in a slurry. And I think this thing's about ready for the 600. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think this one's ready for the 600. Let me dry it off real quick on my shirt because I don't have anything else. My other towel's on the floor. The actual shape of the top of that's not too bad at all, especially for the shape of the burrs I was using. Could end up losing most of the bottom of it anyways, carving it off on the wheels I have behind me. Nice finish on top already though. Let me shoot a different angle for you guys. Like that. That's a little bit better. Or maybe like that. That might be a little bit better. Always got to put these burrs in their proper spot. If I don't put the burrs in their proper spot, then they get lost and I don't know which burr is which because the fingernail polish or whatever they use to paint them with ends up coming off with really high speed rotation, probably a little bit of heat. They end up coming off, so. This is live, you're watching me work. And I thought I was going to put on some Joe Rogan and some headphones and mute you guys and not talk, and then I just keep running my gab. There we go. Sweet, I've gotten good at that. It doesn't take me near as long as it used to. And now I can close this other one. Could go with some hard points, but don't want to. Oh, that's the right one. Yeah, because black is like 280, I believe, grit. So this is a 600, I believe. And I tell you what, this water we have coming out of our tap in Florida, I should put this on screen. Keep forgetting to do a bunch of the shots that I did in the... Shoot, man. Yep. Let me put the overcam back on. It's the best camera. I think I should have taken more of that edge out right there, especially on this back end. Now, if I need to, I'll use something else to do it. To stay conscious of actually making sure that the drip hits the burr and the stone properly. I was actually hoping today I was going to get this done and another short edited with a different track, different song I found on the service I'm using. But because of this whole no water in the house deal and having the plumbers out, don't think I have the time. I might. Don't think I do. About the whole mask thing, it has not been that I don't have one. I actually have a few of them. And when I'm painting and stuff, because I do have done all kinds of painting in my life, from painting houses to faux finishing to artistic spray painting. I wear my mask all the time because of atomized particles in the air with paint fumes and stuff like that. But with this, I have been a little bit lackadaisical like that, more of recent than of any other time, but that is going to change here real soon. Promise. I keep my promises, sometimes late, but I still do keep them. I think this this burr I'm using right here is making this section take a little bit longer than I would typically like it to. At the same time, I'm not scared that I'm going to go through the color with it, whereas with a metal burr, just taking an angle out sometimes of the color you see will make it not appear the way you see it. It'll end up making it to where it's lighter in that area, or you don't see it when you turn the stone, whereas when it's this gray, it's at all angles, it's not directional at all. You want to keep that as much as possible. And I have made plenty of mistakes while carving stones in the first few stones I've carved, so with fire agate, caution is a key, man. That's for sure. I need to angle my chair a little bit differently. That should help. I keep pointing the stone opposite of the way I want to. Oh, that's a little bit too dry. Also, if you were in the room, you heard me that time complaining about armrests. I figured that whole thing out too with this red paint receptacle. I forget what the hell they're called. Paint pan. We used to just call them pans. Metal pans and plastic liners. Oh, there's a plastic pan. But I feel like it's really slow going through this white. Need to stretch out my tendons in my hand there for a minute. Starting to feel that whole cramping sensation. Too much quick hammering out vibration. It feels really slow. I'm going through it though. I can see it reducing. And I really want that thing to show off as good as it's showing it's going to. Be a great ring stone. Fantastic ring stone. One of the things I find rather surprising, I can tell my mic is pointed the wrong way, is when I'm doing this, the knot I get in my shoulder is really surprising to me. That's one of the things that's really surprising to me. The other thing is, even though this is the hand that's holding the tool, this hand in my thumb area right through here cramps up really bad holding the dop stick. I'm thinking I need bigger dop sticks, like really, like the size of a lime is the size of the dop sticks I think I might need. This thing is coming out, but it's taken me so long to go through this white on top. It's really killing me. At the same time, it's really smooth looking, and it's much better looking than the piece that I carved out the day before. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Whoops, wrong one. Now that section I carved out the day before, I'm not sure how close I can get you guys and it's still focused for me. It's pretty close. So that section I carved out the day before, you can see the little tool marks on top of it. Whereas with this section, because of where I've been going over it with that soft burr, you can't really see tool marks like that. The shaping is all really flat and sort of smooth. It's got a nice smoothness to it. So on that note, I almost think I should back off to the higher grit with this that's soft and get closer and then maybe step up. But I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to mess up what could be just a perfectly great stone. You know, I changed my mind. I'm going to switch this to the black, which I believe is a 280. Might even be something. Got that black Nova point on here now. Much more aggressive than that other one I was just using. Get myself set up comfortably, try and get that knot in my shoulder out of there. I'm still so inexperienced at this, I can't even tell how much more aggressive this one is. Just feels like I'm going over it with a Nova point. Definitely seems to be making the white disappear little by little. That's what I'm going for, getting that white cloudy agate off of the great yellow and orange looking agate, which it has some green below it too. But I really like that bright yellow. Like when it's like painted neon. Oopsie. See, that's a thing too, right? You can see that little lip. Can you guys see that lip? Yeah, it looks like you can see that lip. That lip is the white agate. Like from the edge, that looks like it's really thick. I mean, you know, perspective-wise, being the guy that's trying to carve it out with a soft burr right now, it seems really thick on this area. I was making so much headroom so fast, headway so fast, headroom. How that one can go though, right? Going for it. It's still so smooth and so thick. I'm going back to a hard point. It's one of these things about learning as you go along. This thing is just not moving fast enough for me though. Nope, it's not. So I should actually get a shot of this in the overhead for editing purposes. Move that back. Whoa, didn't mean to step on that. Had my hand around it when I did that. All right, I'm back to one of these hard burrs. Go through some of this white. Get down to that good color. Get rid of this white. Not use any pressure. Just light strokes going with the shaping of the color in the stone. Not trying to make any tool marks by being aggressive like I was on that other section the day before. But you guys weren't here for that live. Me, myself, I have accidentally blown through the colors so many times on so many stones that I'm still working on. But I tend to be very hesitant at this moment, to where I don't mind having to go back over something a couple of times, as long as I know I'm not wasting the stone or losing a great section in it. Trying to remember, no pressure. Not trying to put any pressure on it. So YouTube has been demonetizing about 50% of my live videos. Almost every time I make a live video recently, they've been taking off the advertisements. I was actually surprised the last couple of times when I clicked on a video and saw advertisements. I think it's because at one point in time when I was putting a video up, on one video, I thought I should not be letting minors on there because we had the issues once with one of the kid style people that came on the channel during the auctions. So I put an age restriction on one episode of the auctions live, and ever since then I've been getting demonetized about 50% of the videos that I've been putting up live. So because of that, I've been wanting to make some other videos and also get into the production aspect. And when I'm doing live video, there's no real production, you know, it's what you see is what you get. Now that I can move cameras around a little bit with these webcams, more so when I get the whole wireless streaming setup, which is a plan. That way I'll be able to use different cameras and even phones, and all within a certain distance. Everything can be connected wirelessly, and we can live stream with a 10-second delay. That's the ultimate idea for me. This is going to be an amazing stone. It's got red just like dripping over top of the yellow and the green. This stone is phantasmic. Still got some white I'm going through though. Tell you what, putting that hard burr on definitely helped me get where I was going. I would have been monkeying around forever with that soft burr. A little bit of a haze left. Stinking awesome. That's what I think. I think stinking awesome. Now this piece on top, I think I'm just going to end up taking it off because there's no color underneath of it. I can see into it and I can see the sort of dirt white in the center of it. Comes all the way up through below. It's where the color sort of went up this, but I ruined that section early. Otherwise, it'd be a little hump on this end. But I think I'm just going to end up carving that down and making the end of the gemstone. I'm going to dry this one, see how it looks. It's almost ready. A couple little sections, I can see that white agate still sticking a bit. Dry it off real quick, see what we got. Pretty awesome so far. Pretty awesome. Get this section. This thing is not looking like the rest. You know what? Get rid of this. I am just going to go ahead and bite the bullet. I thought that thing would have cut off already. There we go. Alright, now I'll just go ahead and finish the shaping of this on the wheel once I get done polishing this. Not exactly using the proper graduation for this section right here, but this will work. I'm doing is I've got this little haze of white still right in the center of that red patch, and it's sort of drifting up over this hump. So I'm just swooping around with my hard 600 and then going back up over that section, just trying to remove the white without taking any of this yellow or red that's around. It appears that there's green underneath the yellow and the red, but I really like the yellow and the red. Whew. I get so focused that I start sitting in bad positions and straining my arms and my neck in order to do what I'm trying to physically do, and it usually shouldn't take that type of movement or motion that I'm doing. I haven't even been looking at the chat in a long time. Let me go check out the chat real quick. Put you guys on 4 corners, or I'll put it on add corners. That way it sees the whole thank you I put up there. Talking about gold mining with Brian Cunningham and Lisa Pfeiffer. That's what I see going on right there. 8 watching now. Hi, 8 people. Thanks for being here. All kinds of chat going on. Cool. Appreciate you guys chatting. I'll let you guys chat, and I'm going to keep working. I think this piece is about ready for me to start. Still got a white haze over a couple little sections. Dry it out, you can really see it. Definitely still a white haze going over these sections, but you know what? I think it's ready. It's time for me to move on to a soft burr anyways. This hard 600 got me a lot farther. So get rid of this hard 600. Set that right there. Go over to this soft black. I don't remember what the grits are on these things. I'm going to have to get me some more. Hey, I didn't mean to put that there. I meant to go right there. That's the good one. do that. With that point of that black go a little bit too far down and ground it straight in there. Didn't want to do that. Definitely took a divot of that white out though. But this black is one of the really aggressive soft points. Yep. What to do, what to do. Still see a little bit of white haze, I do believe. Just a tiny bit. I almost feel like it's a scratch. I almost feel like I got a scratch that I put in it with this black burr, which I'm not even sure if that's possible with these soft Nova points, but there's just this spot inside of this one. No, that's just a hair of white agate, little tiny bit of white agate I want to get out. Cool, now I know what it is, and now I'm done. Done with that hard burr. Done with this black. Gonna rinse this off. Now I'm gonna move on up. Move on up to the real beginning polishing stages. All right, that's all rinsed. Put this away in its bin. Now this I'm gonna start putting its polishes on, cause it's freaking right on, man. Looks freaking right on to me. Get these polishes on here, not lose any of this color. Then the only thing this stone will need is a final shaping on the wheels to make it ready for a ring or a pendant or a wrap or a whatever one of my viewers wants to put it in. This is going to be going to one of my patrons, and I'm glad it's turning out to be such a great stone. Problem with the edges of this fire agate is there's lots of rounds. There's still a couple little jagged areas. So if I go and put my Nova point right on it, just trying to, that's what you saw right there, hit one of those little jagged areas and it just starts taking notches out of the Nova point. I'm not trying to do that. I need to order me some more of these Nova points. I got some more videos I'm going to be doing for you guys. Some more produced videos about why you should be using what over what. Good thing about experience, getting more experience under my belt shows me a whole bunch more videos I should be making for people. wonder how close I am. With water on it, it looks great. Right? Take the water off, you might have something completely different. Might not be even close to ready. But I believe this one I'm using right here is a 600. I believe this one's a 600. Could be wrong because I've been wrong about a lot of things a lot of times. Kind of needs a little bit of a break. I wonder what this looks like. Dried off. Looking pretty cool. Actually, not the 1200 I have right there. It's the 600. So it's more shaping. Oh, you're not on camera. Sorry about that, guys. I totally thought you were on camera. My bad. I'm ready to move on to the other one. Being that this is a 600, and I thought I was higher than that. Rinse the stone off now. That 600 is a little bit more aggressive than I expected because I went through an edge of yellow on one side and it's green now. You can see it right there. It's not a big deal. It's color right under the color is cool. That way if you do carve through, you're protected. It's when you only have a color or two and then underneath that, you go through that and you end up having just brown agate that tends to suck. Then you have like a dead spot. Now on the edges of your stone is not too big of a deal too, as long as it doesn't go in too far. If you lose a little bit of color on the edge of your stone, because if you're going to mount it in silver or gold, that section is probably going to be covered by a little rim of silver or gold. So you don't want to beat yourself up too much by small imperfections in a beautiful stone. Focusing on each little area with this 1200 now, making sure I go over each crevice of it a couple of times, especially on this face. This face is where I want that really watery look. There's not a lot of color dripping down the side of this stone, a little bit, but it sort of stops right after the round on the edge, so it might be deeper in, or what we see might be what we get too. But I only have 2 more burrs to go through, and this thing should look really nice and watery. Wonder what it looks like now. I can see little bits of color here and there starting to evaporate and go to green. Starting to sort of thin out too. So I'm definitely taking layers off. 1200 has a pretty good shine on it already on the top. Still a couple of areas need some going over. Little bit more 12 to go over it. It's almost done with the 1200 though. It's almost done all the 1200 can do. Nice gloss shine on it starting to appear. Carving the wrong direction again. is possibly going to be good, but I'm going to need to rinse it again. Where's the camera at? There it is. So close. Let's see how it looks after little 3000. Oh, hand cramps. Ah. Probably doesn't help. I've had both my hands rebuilt too. So that probably doesn't help. Ooh, look at that. Where's my camera at? There's my camera at. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, dang it. Didn't want that to happen. Just snapped it off its dop. That was an accident. Where are you guys at? Let me back you up just a hair. Just drying it on my shirt. I just broke the dop stick off of it. No big deal, really. It actually has a really nice gloss going on with it right now. A really nice gloss is going on with the top of it. Really needs some more work on the sides. Focus, camera. There we go. Great red and green and yellow stone. Really nice ring stone size. Sides of it aren't so great, but that's not going to be a big deal because what I'm going to do is I'm going to dop the top of this, and then I'm going to put this on the wheels, and I'm going to shape and grind the back of it and the sides of it so that it's a ring stone or whatever, however one of my patrons wants to mount it when they get it. You can actually see my fingerprints in the finish. That's good. Means the finish is better than I thought it was. So that's what I did on camera. This stone's going to go to one of my patrons. Green and yellow and red is what's going on with it. I'm going to finish this stone on the cabbing machine, cutting the cab shape out of it, leaving that really great gloss on top. Still needs a 50,000 and 100,000 polish, but it's got a really nice shine to it right now. See how tight we can get on it with me not moving. Just too tight, can't focus at that round. That's what it looks like. Just can't focus from there. Got to be backed up just a hair. There we go. Beautiful stone. Now, I will go and check out your guys' I'll put it on my face. You can see me staring at like, Modern Prospector says, hey. Anita says, hi, Modern Prospector. Crick Calmaster says, it looks good. Modern Prospector says, looks great. Thank you guys very much. This will be one of the 3 stones that are going out to my patrons. I'm going to put this on the side. Top with the color is the part that's finished. The sides, not so much, but the sides aren't really gemstone on this one. So being that the sides aren't really gemstone, I'm not too worried about it. Let me put this away. How many people are in the room? You guys can see me. I'm going to put this up big so I can see it a little bit better. And it's still the one thing I hate about this this browser I'm using right here is that when I maximize my internet channel, your guys' typing is not any bigger. Modern Prospector said, leaving already. I just got here. Looks like a piece of candy. I appreciate the candy statement, Modern Prospector. Let me switch the camera position for you. You can get a better overview of it. But yeah, I've been carving on this stone for a little while now. I took it from the video that we saw yesterday and took that into this all while we were sitting here. A beginning to finish all in one shot fire agate carving video. I'm pretty proud of that, to tell you the truth. It's not perfect, but this is definitely one of the better gemstones I have carved yet. But 3 of the better gemstones I have carved yet are being sent off to my patrons here really soon. Actually, 4 of them. Here's one of the other ones. It's not quite finished. It does not have the gloss on it. This one does, so I'm going to be putting the finishing gloss on this one right now. Not right now. I need a break. My neck is killing me. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you for being here, Modern Prospector. Sorry to be leaving so soon. But it's only soon for you, sir. I have been here, and I have been dealing with frustrations today. And to tell you the truth, I'm freezing right now because this room I'm in has AC blowing the whole time to combat these lights I have on me so you guys can see me pretty well. I haven't had a shower at all today. I've been taking my dog for 2 sweaty walks, and I don't have the ability to shower right now because there's no water in my house. So I'm going to go and deal with my plumbing issues. And I love y'all for watching. You will see me again soon. And more fire agate auctions this weekend. I do believe I'm going to be doing that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Unless something comes up and changes it, that's the plan. I'll see y'all soon.